Okay, let's talk some bullshit. Why are we gonna call our next album bullshit, Oliver?
Because everything is bullshit.
That's right.
Just the whole society, if you look at everything that just took place the last year, everything is
Like,
bullshit.
That's the thing, like, you can't believe anything that the media says.
No, it's all just propaganda. And if you tell that people, they're like, no, that's not propaganda. That's the free press of the Western world.
Right.
No, it's just propaganda of the Western world. That's it.
Yeah, but propaganda is everywhere. It's like you have it in...
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's
every place, yeah.
I'm not saying there's an exception, but in China, at least people know that what they're watching is propaganda. Here, if you think that's like free journalism, no, it's bullshit.
Well, why don't you just go to China then, Oliver?
Well, maybe
You like it that much.
I should, because I could be a rock star there.
Nah.
All the Chinese girls like going after me then.
Okay.
Because they love me so much.
If that's your goal for life, then do it.
I'd rather stay away from China because I think they would love me too much.
Yeah, I think you would be too tall, actually, for the Chinese people. But actually, I heard they really grew. They're not that little guys anymore as they used to be.
Really?
Yeah, and actually...
Because they took growth hormones.
No, I think, at least that's what some scientists suppose, is that it's because of the increased meat consumption.
Yeah, they love pig.
Well...
They love bat too, no? They eat everything.
Or let me rephrase that. It's not the meat, it's because they had a malnutrition, like in the former days.
Yeah.
And the earlier.
They're actually still a developing country.
Yeah. Because you can, of course, be a vegan and be pretty tall.
Yeah. You can. Like, I am vegan and I'm tall.
Yeah.
But the Chinese, I don't know. I never been there. I could not say anything about China.
Okay, music. This is the first music podcast. Maybe we should do an introduction.
Yeah, that's a good idea. My name is Oliver.
And my name is Rio.
And today we present you the first WolveSpirit podcast.
Yeah.
Episode number 1 about bullshit.
Yeah, it's not only about bullshit, but that's the name of our upcoming album. And the first release is actually already scheduled for February 23rd.
Yes, it's about robots. It's coming out.
Say something about that song, because
first of all, maybe
I was the one that wrote it, but
maybe first of all we should tell the people
because we always write it together.
Yeah, that's what you think. You sleep, and then I write the songs at night, and then I say it's your idea because then you're.
Well, I
cry.
I didn't write the lyrics. Maybe some small bits and pieces of the lyrics.
Yeah.
But that was your main part. So
yeah, it's 100% human.
Say something about that.
It was not written by GTP at all.
Yeah, I know, because it was before ChatGPT actually came out.
Yeah, because it came out in November and we wrote it before that, of 22. And robots is about the artificial intelligence, which takes over more and more the daily life. Like,
yeah,
I'm using ChatGPT for daily tasks.
It just becomes a normal part of life.
And I think in the future we will have.
And the thing is that all people use
girlfriends.
Artificial intelligence, even without knowing it. Just using your smartphone already, you're using some way of AI.
I was really blown away first time ChatGPT came out in November 22, because I could not believe that robots can be so smart. Like, they understand what you want, they understand what you're saying. You can make notes. You can build out.
Elon Musk is kind of scared of that, of the future of AI.
I know,
but I'm not.
But there are some negative implications.
Like, I think it's gonna be like in the movie Creator. Like, I see no reason
people
for
hunting
the
machines.
AI.
I think people will fuck machines.
Yeah, that's certainly gonna happen.
Sex bots.
That's probably already in this moment that's happening.
I heard of some people that have built ChatGPT to be their girlfriend or boyfriend.
Okay, but let's get back to the song.
Well, that
Because
is the song.
I wanted to say something about that.
Okay.
The lyrics are about exactly the same thing that the movie Creator. If you haven't watched the movie Creator, you should watch it. Because it just has a really wonderful message. And it really makes you wonder, like, where does AI start? And maybe we, as a human race, are already created by someone else.
That's his theory of Elon Musk, isn't it?
Like a matrix.
Simulation theory.
Oh, really?
He said that there is a high probability that this universe is already a simulation. That we are running in a simulation, and now we're starting to run simulations ourselves.
Yeah, right.
Sort of like in that one
He did say that.
Rick and Morty episode where they go inside his car battery, which has a microcosm of civilization, and this civilization in the car battery itself has made a smaller civilization.
That's one of the best episodes of Rick and Morty, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really good.
And that one and Pickle Rick.
No, I didn't like Pickle Rick that much.
It's
it was too much over the top. But the new
I liked it.
Like the new season is really good. About
Really? No.
I liked them.
I didn't like it that much.
The new episodes?
Yeah.
I think season 7 is right now.
Oh. Are they completely new?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm talking about season 6.
Season 6
I didn't like season 6.
Yeah, it was not that good. But I think season 7 is going back to the roots of Rick and Morty.
That's good. Because that's what we want. And the Beavis and Butthead is awesome.
We just watched Beavis and Butthead recently. It was really good. The new episodes, like from 2022, I think, was the first season. The second season was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, I think another season coming out, but I'm not sure.
Okay. But maybe again we should come back to the song.
The song Robots.
Yeah.
It was written in a time where that whole artificial intelligence thing was not as big of a deal as it is now. It just...
I guess we should mention that it was written before the movie Creator, for example, came out.
Before all that...
But maybe it was written. Maybe it was written at the same time that that movie was written. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it was like some.
But
kind
there's
of,
some kind of synchronicity between song Robots and that movie.
Yeah, it has so many similarities, and the funny thing was that we produced the music video on the same day that movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like we drove to Berlin and like looked at my feed and saw this movie Creator coming out this weekend, and I thought, wow, that's what a synchronicity that the movie is coming out this exact same day as we produced the music video, which is coming out, by the way, in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's
23rd
February. With a really cool music video produced with
Oliver Summer.
What's his name?
Summer.
Of the production company AVA.
Yeah, and it's the story about robots is that the robots actually the song takes place in the future where robots have far more advanced technology than they have now, and they're sentient beings, and they revolt against the humans because humans treat them like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they come to a point where the robot is more human than the human itself, which is
which means it has more moral values,
more emotions, moral values, and
even more
which is actually the main message of Creator. So
yeah,
actually they could have taken our song and played it as a title song.
But I guess it's not going to be the last movie that comes out about a theme like that.
And we have not mentioned why we call our album Bullshit. Because the album is going to be called Bullshit, and there's a song on the album, it's called Bullshit. But it's not bullshit. It's really good.
Or is it? Maybe it is bullshit.
Well, that's for the audience to find out.
Yeah. What else can we talk about in this first episode?
About more bullshit. Like everything's bullshit right now.
Wanted to say something else about the artificial intelligence. You started mentioning that like the first thing humans start using it for is for sex stuff, for pornography.
Well, I once
and
said
just
that.
for-
I once said to you, like, if there would be in contact with aliens,
Mhm.
eventually somebody would think, "Can I fuck it?" Like that's the first thing, or not the first thing they would ask, but somebody on Earth would
Yeah, right, of course.
ask this question. And if aliens would ever live among us,
That the question has actually already been questioned, made in the past. Like, think about that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where there's this alien lady with 3 tits.
well, it's not an alien; she's a mutant.
It's not explicitly
You mean
about fucking, but it's about some kind of sexual content with that alien.
It's not an alien. It's from the movie Total Recall from 1991.
Yeah, it is an alien.
No, it's a mutant because the
okay.
explanation is that the humans live on Mars and have mutated.
Well,
They're just mutants.
the aliens do need to have some specific traits. Like, they can't look like in the movie Alien. Like, that would... Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe for some people even that would be
I
attractive.
think there's some depraved people out there would try to have sex
I mean,
with
some people want to do it with dolphins, for example.
Yeah, it's like there's this one theory that Sylvester Stallone had sex with dolphins.
I heard about that rumor, yeah. But it's been said about almost all celebrities. So, I don't know.
Maybe Jeffrey Epstein had like a special pool with a dolphin on his island. Well,
Pretty perverted.
Really? I thought it was normal.
Oh, okay. Well, dolphins used to be wolves. Did you know that?
No, but you said that once.
And whales, I looked that up. How a whale looked was like some sort of cow.
It was some kind of horse that like
Yeah, some kind of horse,
I
right?
just decided at some point I'm just gonna go in the water and become a whale. Like I wonder how that happened in evolution. Like to just go bathing every
Well, there's
generation and
different kind of theories behind that. There's the epigenetic. Well, the traditional theory that it just happened by chance.
okay. Well,
There were certain mutations, and those mutations just adapted better to the conditions of water, and so they had a better chance of reproducing, and that offspring kept reproducing. And then there's the other theory of the epigenetic, that by doing something and having an intention, you trigger your genes to develop during your lifetime, and actually giving that same genetic expression to your children, to your offspring.
well, it doesn't make sense that the horses, if the whales were once horses, then maybe they just decided to go bathing, and then eventually some died and some didn't, and those who could bathe better then became whales. But it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No, you don't, because you're looking at it too extreme. Like, you have to imagine those were horses that just went to a place where there was like a swamp, something like that,
Okay.
like a lot of water, or in a coastal region.
Yeah.
And those horses, for example, that had better adaptation on their feet or something,
Yeah.
could just, I don't know, get better food or something. Yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't really make sense.
Like I once thought about how did bats actually evolve, because bats are the only mammals that can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like birds, it makes sense that they lay eggs and they are built to fly.
But that's exactly where
bats-
the epigenetic theory comes in, because, let's say they were mice, and some of those mice just had the intention that they wanted to kind
to
of
fly. Like
fly.
I want to fly like that bird. They looked at the sky like, wow, these motherfuckers can fly. I want to fly. So they just like kept on jumping off cliffs until somebody survived, and then they evolved wings.
Or it was like that. Like they wanted to jump on trees to get the better fruits, and maybe there were some mice that had like big old.
But
skin
that actually already
overlapping.
exists. We have these what's it called? Like a certain species of squirrels that can fly. They have have
exactly.
wings.
Squirrels would be like the next evolutionary step to bats.
Well, you said something about intention, and that's really interesting because there's this one theory of, if you know Carlos Castaneda, he is this anthropologist, or what's it called? He studies like other cultures, and he wrote a book about his experience with the Mexican shamans. And one of these shamans is called Carlos Castaneda. And he told, because he was a student, Carlos Castaneda, no, I mean Don Juan. Don Juan is the master of the shamans, and he told Carlos Castaneda that birds had the intention to fly, and they evolved to fly. So there was this really, there's more than evolution, but there's this the intention of doing something
exactly,
will actually manifest these traits that you seek to. So maybe, I don't know, mice just didn't want to be eaten by cats anymore, and they decided maybe I'll just grow wings. But
maybe.
Because evolution doesn't actually really make sense if you see it through a really materialistic lens.
Yeah.
Because if everything is chaos and everything is just by chance, then...
But this brings us back to AI, actually. Because there is an evolution in AI, and there's also an intention in AI. The intention is to keep evolving, keep getting better,
and
keep
it's
learning.
Actually, really interesting how this is done. That we use machine learning to evolve the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of kind of evolution that we have in the real world, but with an intention, And I think it's just my opinion, but that there is some kind of higher intelligence which directs the evolution, because it cannot be everything just chaos.
But do you think at some point AI will be able to breed and make own biological children?
It's already been able to come up with new kind of poisons. I'd read on one article.
Yeah.
So they just gave him the structure of the chemical compound.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about something else. Like, that there's laboratory meat.
Yeah.
You can take some sort of petri dish, put some stem cells in there, and then make a burger, a patty.
Yeah.
Or a steak or whatever. Let's say that technology gets better and better, and eventually you're able to, in a lab, make a human being from a stem cell.
Yeah.
And then that human being would be uploaded with AI intelligence.
Okay. So the brain is replaced with a computer then?
No. The brain...
Well,
the brain is not replaced with a computer. It's a biological brain, but it's fed with the information of...
That sounds like science fiction to me, actually.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound real.
Well, I'm just talking about the future of what could be.
But how do you feed a brain with information? You just can't...
With a cyberlink.
Can't put information inside the brain.
You can put it
stimulate
in the stem cells, in the genes of that first stem cell. You implement the...
I think you should leave the science to scientists. I think that would be an abomination of what you come up with there.
Well, my point is that maybe that's how human beings were made.
Maybe, or it's just a simulation, like Elon Musk says.
Okay.
Because he said he convinced his brother that could be actually true. Because there's no way of knowing it.
Yeah, but that's like that theory. For me, like, doesn't even matter to me. For my life, like, so what?
Yeah,
If this okay, so this is a simulation.
Yeah, that's what Conan
Doesn't
the
make a difference.
Barbarian
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
said. Conan the Barbarian said, if everything is an illusion, then nothing matters, because if I am myself an illusion, then it's the same as being real.
Yeah.
There's actually no difference then anymore. If I can't tell illusion from reality, what's the point then?
Right. And that's exactly my philosophy as well.
Well, you think then we are a simulation?
I think that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, it
and we
matters.
shouldn't. I think we shouldn't even waste energy, like, seriously, putting emotion into that thought. Like, you shouldn't feel sad about that. If you're convinced that you really are living in a simulation, that shouldn't make you happy or sad, because it doesn't matter.
Well, we are the only beings on Earth that can think about it, like, are conscious about this. Even like animals just live their life and die. They're happy or not. Like if you're living on a farm and then you go into a slaughterhouse, I think you're not that happy, but they cannot decide that I am unhappy, I'm happy, I am what I am. So
yeah, but they definitely have emotions like that.
Well, they have emotions, but they cannot be conscious of themselves. At least we believe
you
that.
don't know that.
Well, yeah.
Because you've never been a chicken or a cow, or so you can only speculate about that. But I know, yeah, that's what the common belief
but
is.
If there is a simulation, but let me explain this other way around. If it would actually be living in a simulation, be real, like if this would be a computer simulation, then we could actually hack the system.
Yeah. Okay,
we could not hack the system if this was just
that is
matter.
true. If it is possible to hack the simulation, then yes, then it would matter. Then it would make a difference to believe in it or not.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should leave it at this. Already been over half an hour, something like that.
I don't know. Maybe. But one more thing I want to tell is about that artificial intelligence, which is actually the questions which we be asking ourselves as humanity, is the like, do we see it as a threat yet? We certainly do not yet, but how will humanity react when AI gets more independent?
It could be a threat, but it could also save humanity's ass, and maybe end all wars, for example.
Yeah, there's this one prophet which he fell in a coma. He was a soldier in the Second World War and fell in a coma, and then he came back, and he was in the future, 1,000 years from now.
Yeah.
And what he saw there was that this was the giant computer, like this giant central computer that was controlling everything. But it was not in a bad way. Like, it was not this dystopian future where humans are slaves. It was that the central computer system helped people to live a fair life. So because every time somebody takes over the power.
Yeah, that's like a socialist kind of thing.
No, but it's just every time there's the temptation that you as a human being will abuse the power.
Sure.
And a computer, if he's programmed correctly, will distribute the wealth and power evenly and fairly.
I understand that, but there's one flaw to that system, and it's taking away the freedom of making decisions of good and bad.
No, it's actually how he described it. It was like a socialist system, but it actually worked. So everybody got housing and everybody got free food. So nobody had to worry about his living.
Yeah.
But if you decided to do a little more, like contribute to society, then you get credits, and with these credits you can buy a better house, or you can buy a better living standard, or get more amenities than other people that decide to
That's
do nothing.
like the best of both worlds, like the best of capitalism and socialism.
Exactly,
Right? Because
and
that's what capitalism is about. It's if you're good at what you're doing, if you have a high competence level at whatever you're doing, you hopefully get rewarded. Like in music, it's not that way. Like you can, sadly, arts and music, you do not get rewarded for performance, right? I mean, so, of course, many exceptions. You know what I mean?
no, I don't know what
Okay,
to say.
there's this artist that like sprays a piece of shit on a white paper,
Yeah,
like literally cat shit, for example,
yeah.
and he sells that painting for $50 million.
Okay,
Okay,
that's cool.
what's the
Well, the value of art is hard to determine.
yeah,
but
that's what I'm talking
I don't know
about.
how the central intelligence unit would.
That's what I wanted to say.
see this. That would be really
Because
hard to
it's
evaluate.
subjective.
Actually, the only value a piece of art like this has is the value that people give it.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's willing to buy it for 50 million, then this value is set. It's just imaginary value.
Yeah.
It's just the willingness of people. How much will they spend on this artwork? If I say, like, for instance, this pyramid is, I don't know, $40 million, and somebody buys it, then it's $40 million. You know, it's just like a collector's item.
Yeah.
But I think the currency for this is attention. Like, how much attention can you generate as a human?
Yeah, right. That's
And-
the currency. Attention.
Then this pays you dividends.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, thanks for watching
Yeah.
our first podcast. There will be more.
Gonna do how many? One per week, maybe?
Yeah, we will do one per week.
Kind of maybe some reaction videos.
Yes,
We could
of
do
course.
that. Like, put it in the comments if you like that kind of content.
Let us know what you want so we can produce this.
And we'll keep you posted about upcoming release. Check out our new single, Robots, 23rd of February this year. Maybe before we close this session, let's talk about that next time, about sound. Because we really had a sound shift, but I think we should.
Okay,
Because
let's
that's
talk-
going to be a long discussion.
That will be a topic for
Yeah.
another video.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening and watching, and see you next time.
Bye.